So hello teacher, welcome to my Google Analytics report and presentation. For the first question, um, what has the overall web traffic had been seen the start of January? So here I choose the range of time from the 1st January to 28 February of 2026 compared to the 1st of November to the 31st of December in 2025, and I can click apply. Here the total number of user and the total number of uh, user is 95K, and uh, during the campaign period from January 1 to February 28 in 2026, this represents a 11.4% decrease compared to the November and December in 2025 holiday baseline. There were a 78K new user identified, showing a 9.6% decline from the previous period. The graph display a cyclical trend with significant fluctuation throughout the 2-month period. And notably, there was a sharp rise to a peak of approximately 6K active user around February 24th, like driven by a specific campaign activity or promotional event. And so, in the top 5 country and the top 5 city here, um, this map shows the distribution of active user by country, with the United States lead the top of the list with 46K active user, followed by India, Canada, Japan, and China. Beside the second table list here, is um, the uh, the number of active user in each city. A more thorough analysis of user distribution between nations is made possible by the fact that New York has the most active users with 3,000, followed by Mountain View, Sunnyvale, Central, and San Francisco. And the next is the percentage of gender that they made up from the graph, so that there are more male users than female users, with 59.1% being of active user being men and 40.9% being women. And what is the percentage of user for each age category? Here, it is evident that the largest number of active users is in the younger age group. Here, whereas the number of active users decline as the age increase, you can see that it's declined through the time of the period as the age increase. For the question number 2, how do the mobile and desktop sites compare in terms of the new user, engagement rate, and average engagement time? Here I will go to the tech in the report and tech detail. I will choose divide category. Here you can see that about user and new user, the desktop has around 56 and 779 active user, and 41 and 832 new user, while the mobile have 37 and 178 active user, and 35 and 399 new users. we'll come to the engagement rate. Engagement rate for desktop is 57.64%, while the mobile has the 33.61% engagement rate. And about the average engagement time, 1 minute and 49 seconds for desktop and 36 seconds for mobile. And my rationale is that the lower engagement metrics on a mobile device, despite an increase in traffic, may indicate usability problems such as poor mobile navigation, slower loading times, or a less optimized uh, mobile checkout experience. This restricts the store ability to turn growing mobile traffic into consistent engagement and income. We move to part 2, acquisition, and the question number 3. The question is, how do all users, French speaking user and Spanish speaking user compare in the terms of the top 5 default channel group? I will go to, sorry, the here. I'll add a comparison between French speaking and Spanish speaking. Create new. Sorry. Dimension is language. Exactly match and French first. And I will do similarly for Spanish speaking. Wait, create new. So you can see here, the orange bar chart is for a French-speaking user, and the blue one is for Spanish-speaking user. And the analysis of this of the sessions engagement across linguistic segments reveal that cross network and page search are the most effective channel for driving high quality traffic to the Google Merchandise Store. Notably, Spanish speaking user exhibit the highest engagement here, the highest engagement in uh, engagement via the cross network channel, with an average session duration existing like 2 minutes, existing 2 minutes. Where existing 2 minutes, sorry, significantly outperforming other groups, while organic social maintain the steady interaction level for all user. Yeah, for all user. Email marketing show a critical engagement gap for French-speaking user, recording less than 20 seconds per session. Here, these findings suggest that while paid and cross-platform strategy are um, successful in reaching international audience, there's a clear need to optimize and localize email content to improve retention among non-English speakers. And the next, because we ignore the question 4, so we will move to the question number 5. Um, so I will go to the export tab, blank. I will change the time like before, the 1st of January and 8th of February. Oh, sorry. Wait, stay in the call, sorry. Here, third, okay. 5, sorry. About the question is, are the top 3 search terms performing better for the month of January and February of this year compared to the month of November and December last year. So I would, about the short dimension, I will choose short term here, and I will click confirm. But the metrics, I will put total user, confirm to short term in row and total user in value. And you can see that the comparison of the top three short term between the campaign period review mixes performance results, and the short term discovery here increasing by with the total user increasing by 113.89% from 252 users to 539 users. Similarly, accessory pack it increased uh, uh, experienced a extraordinary surge of 8,000%, growing from only 2 users during the holiday to 162 users in the current period. In contrast, the term YouTube is the only one that recording a 19.35 decrease in the total user. These findings indicated that while specific product-related and discovery terms successfully gained momentum post-holiday, broader brands like YouTube saw a decline in internal search interest. That's in my analysis for the question 5. And the question 6 is, how does the client performance for average engagement time, engagement sessions per user, and average engagement time per session for the month of January and February of this year compared to the months of November and December of last year. So we will go to the engagement tab. So and the performance metrics for engagement during the January and February 2026 show a significant decline compared to the November and December 2025 baseline. Specifically, the average online active user engagement time dropped by 38.6% to 1 minute and 20 seconds. Similarly, engaged online session per active user decreased by 26.3% to 0.74, and the average online session engagement um, fell by 34% to 53 seconds. These results indicate that while the campaign attract traffic, the overall intensity and duration user interaction were lower than the peak holiday period, echoing the historical post-holiday slump observed in the Google Merchandise Store. So we will move on to the question 7. How is the client performing in terms of stickiness for the months of January and February of this year compared to the month of November and December of last year? Here you will scroll down, you can see the user stickiness as because of the number here is has a little bit ugly, so I will change a little bit in the time for to 29 December, and I click apply. You will see that the ratio of daily active user uh, uh, over the monthly active user has uh, has a had a plus 26.1% versus baseline and is 3.9% in the current period, and the weekly active user over the monthly active user also increased to as 40.3%, as plus 139.9%, but the only daily active user over the weekly active user is experience a decrease as minus 47.4% with the 9.7% in the current period. So in the comparison to the late, so these results imply that while the campaign successfully drove strong weekly retention, the users were less likely to interact with the store on a daily basis compared to the peak holiday shopping period. We will come to part 3, behavior. For the question number 8, how do apparel and drinkware category perform in terms of the total number of users among the users who speak English? So I will go to the reports, life cycle, engagement, page and screen. Because the title requires the people who speak English, so I will add filter here. Yeah, I click apply. So here I will search for apparel first. To evaluate the engagement levels of the store primary product category within the English-speaking segment, the page and screens report was analyzed with specific focus on active user. During the January and February 2026 period, the apparel category maintained its position as a leading interest area, attracting around total of 18,550 active users, while this represent a um, yeah, represent a uh, 31.68% versus decline from the 27 and 151 users recorded during the holiday baseline of late 2025 recorded. Yeah. The volume remains significant, accounting for a substantial portion of total site traffic. Here is for drinkware. Similarly, the drinkware category engaged 5,177 active users during the same period. This category experienced a sharper contraction of 36.73% compared to the 8,183 users in the preceding 2 months. So this finding indicated that while both core categories were affected by the seasonal post-holiday slump, the apparel sector continues to show much higher resilience and user reach, being over 3 times more popular than drinkware, with 18,000 and 5,000 among English-speaking audience. So we'll come to the part 2, revenue. So first I will capture this first. So we move on to question number 9. For English-speaking user, which device category, desktop, tablet, or a mobile, produce the most revenue? Here I will go to the report user attribute overview by languages, view languages, and I will choose device category here. And based on the e-commerce purchase reports of the English-speaking user, the desktop remained the dominant revenue driver, uh, contributing about 262,684.7 dollars US dollar, accounting for 94.16% of the segment total. In contrast, the mobile device generated significantly lower revenue, as only uh, over $12,000 as 4.45%. This finding indicated that while mobile traffic exists, English-speaking users heavily prefer desktop for completing high-value transactions, highlighting the need to further optimize the mobile checkout experience to meet the 20% mobile revenue goals. So we will move on the question number 10. Which landing page are producing the most purchase conversion and the most revenue? Landing page here. In terms of financial contribution, um, the home pages, the home page produced the most significant revenue, totaling over 100 and $130,000, representing approximately 47.69% of the store total revenue for the campaign duration. And the checkout pages, oh, where? Oh, sorry, here. Here, and the checkout pages uh, also proved to be the high value landing page, contributing um, 27 over $27,000 in total revenue. These results suggest that while the homepage is the most effective at initiating the purchase journey, the checkout page remains the critical touch point for finalizing high intent section. To improve future performance, the Google merchandise stores should focus on optimizing the transition from the stop landing page to final payment stage to mitigate the observed post-holiday revenue decline. Now we will move to the question 11. What is the average purchase revenue for English, Spanish, and French-speaking users worldwide? I will go to the monetization overview because I added before for French and Spanish, so I will do similarly for English-speaking user. Yeah, and I click apply. So here you can see that an analysis of the average purchase revenue per active user across linguistic segments reveals that the store successfully exceeded its international financial targets during the January-February 2026 period, and uh, Spanish-speaking user recorded as the highest average expenditure as 5.89%, $5.89, followed by the English-speaking user at 3.40 $2 and French-speaking user at $2.91. The, the exceptional performance of the Spanish-speaking group in particular highlights a high-value growth opportunity within the international market despite the broader post-holiday seasonal decline. So, and that is also my presentation about the Google Analytics report. Thank you, teacher, so much for listening.